Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? GM. Hope you're doing well. Let me see if I got this thing going correct. There we go. I believe you guys, let's see. You're invited to co-host. There we go. Accept the co-host invite. There we go. I'm wondering if you guys can hear me on X-Space yet or not. Give me a thumbs up if you can. Let's go. Let's bring M-Kid up as a speaker. Let's bring Mike up as a speaker. All right, let's see. Can you guys hear everything yet? Now, why isn't this going up as a co-host? All right, are we in? Are we good? Can anybody hear anything? Yo, yo, Mr. Dude. All right, thumbs up if you guys can hear me at all. Like, it's what the fuck is going on here? Hey, Mr. Dude, can you talk? If you can hear me? You talk?
All right. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me? All right. Let's see what happens when I'm good. Are you speaking right now? Because I cannot hear you.
I can hear you.
Ooh, Final Frontier, beauty.
I don't know why. That was so crazy. Twitter would not pull me up as a co-host. That was crazy. Thanks, X. All right, I think we're getting this thing squared away now, guys. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Just took a few minutes to get there, but we're trying something new, and I don't get why X is just so fucking terrible right now as far as trying to get these things launched and trying to get connected and all that. But I appreciate you guys being here. GM, this is Web3 Breakfast. We come to you every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Super excited to kick this one off. We're back to Web3 Gaming. I know we want to talk about some Star Atlas updates. I think there was the character pack somebody was mentioning yesterday. I want to talk about anything else that has to do with Web3 gaming. There's a lot of updates, a lot of things going on. Back by popular demand is Web3 Gaming Wednesdays here for Web3 Breakfast. So definitely pumped for that. I know you guys are too. I want to talk about karate combat as well today, because I want to know what you guys think about that being considered Web3 gaming. Obviously, there's a token, there's an app, there's up-only gaming as far as betting on the fighters and stuff. So let's add that into the equation today. As you guys are filling in, we got to take care of a little house cleaning. So make sure if you're watching on YouTube, you smash that like, and if you watch on X, you got to hit the heart. I don't get you X watchers, man. They don't like videos. Like, I know, like, for the YouTube people, my YouTube videos have typically a 100% like to watch ratio, especially the afternoon show. The like to watch ratio on X is atrocious. Guys, it's really not that hard. Like, if you're watching it like this, all you do is like spin it like this and then boom, hit the heart, go back. Do that for Mr. Dude's sake. Do that for Web3 Gaming's sake, for goodness sake. My gosh.
Did I pick the wrong day to come in?
Never, Max.
I think I did, because gaming is not my thing.
Got such a feedback loop going back. So gotta fix that. So do I. No. Me too.
Why is everything echoing?
Who's echoing?
Everyone, Jay.
Really?
Yeah, it's like
It might be your mic.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You were echoing.
We can hear you twice.
If everyone just stops chiming in.
I mean, if these settings on this computer.
Hi, Poppy.
Hi, Poppy.
We're gonna have to do a Gotti giveaway at $400 today.
Hold on, Jay. Mute yourself and see if it's your mic.
It says we're doing everything double.
All right.
There, yeah. See, Jay, if you have your mic on, everyone echoes. Like, literally says it twice.
Oh, it's working now. Yeah, keep your mic off. Who the fuck is the host? Who's the actual host? Is it Whitney or are you there, Jay?
Well, can you hear me?
As soon as Jay responds, he's going to start echoing.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Don't answer, Mr. Dude.
Sorry,
What's-
Jay James, you've been replaced
what's
today,
going
my
on?
friend.
All right, so welcome to the Web3 Breakfast, everybody, where the inmates have taken over the asylum. We're talking Web3 Gaming. Go tell people that they need to be here. Share it on every social platform you have while we figure out who's actually going to run this show.
Great job.
All right,
guys.
fuck it. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I guess I'm here for gaming today, so
Yeah.
teach me something.
Yeah.
Well, good morning, GM, everybody. While Jay Chains is getting that figured out, the show will still go on. I know Star Atlas is one of the topics. I am Commander Ardo from the Final Frontier, one of the premier organizations participating in Star Atlas. But since we have some people here that may not know what the video game is about, imagine for a moment a galaxy not defined by just stars and nebulas, but by community you build, the fleets you're commanding, and the empires you conquer. A universe not confined by the walls of traditional gaming, but one that extends into an economy, society, and a world that is truly your own. And so this is not just any old game. This is Star Atlas, and it's a revolutionary blockchain-based metaverse where the boundaries between gameplay and reality, they're not really blurred, they're dissolved. So it's built on the Solana blockchain, ensuring that every action you take has real-world implications, where you're trading assets, leading factions, or constructing a starbase. It's a universe of infinite potential, where each player's strategic decisions ripple across the galaxy of Star Atlas, impacting not just gameplay, but an entire in-game economy driven by blockchain technology. So let's look at some of the latest updates. Starbase and more. We are at the dawn of a new era within Star Atlas, with groundbreaking Starbase update leading the charge. This update empowers the players to construct and upgrade starbases that serve as crucial hubs for faction dominance and resources. This isn't just about building for the sake of building. The starbases are the cornerstone of your faction growth, allowing players to generate loyalty points and reap daily Atlas rewards. Atlas is the in-game token, and Polis is the governance token. But that's not all. Star Atlas has rolled out their Showroom 2.0, and it's an inspiring visual upgrade that immerses players in the metaverse like never before. You can now explore your ships that you've bought, experience space from a new perspective, and even participate in faction battles that are more vivid and interactive than ever before. It's been the economic landscape of Star Atlas is evolving too, with a 50% reduction in Atlas emissions. Yes, I said that, 50% reduction in Atlas emissions. The game has realigned its in-game economy to make it more sustainable and rewarding for long-term players. You're not merely playing for points or levels, you're participating in an economy that mirrors the real world with real rewards and real consequences. One of the most exciting developments is the rise of council rank experience points. This new feature will drive player engagement to new heights by encouraging sustained involvement and rewarding loyal players with meaningful advancements. And alongside this, events like Copa 2024 and Community Week promise to strengthen the bonds between the players and create a community not just of gamers, but explorers, strategists, and pioneers. The future of Star Atlas is more than about just what's happening right now, though. It's lots and lots and lots of development going on. It's about the future. It's about where we're going as a community, as a world, and as a metaverse. And each update, each patch, and each expansion brings us closer to realizing Michael's true potential of a decentralized gaming universe. Michael Wagner being the founder of Star Atlas. And Jay Chain's got an opportunity to speak alongside myself, Crypto Stash, and a few others at the Global Forum last year. If you guys missed the Global Forum, you missed quite a spectacle in which we released one of the gaming trailers for Star Atlas, and the crowd was very wooed. So Yeah, Jay Chains, take it, man.
My God, I appreciate you. Can you guys hear me now? Am I creating an echo? Did we get that figured
Yeah,
out?
you're good.
Every
We're
day.
good.
All right, cool.
Beautiful.
All right, perfect.
Was no one gonna point it out to you the entire show
What?
that you were echoing?
No, I was gonna say something to him, but I actually wanted to get in on the echo because I had a couple of like little things I wanted to say. But
Create a we were creating
Okay.
a remix. It's for the album that's coming out later this year, just so you guys know. It was done by design. It was so that we could take some of these sound bites, remix them, and then put it on the album. But back to what Ardo was saying. Actually, the UCLA forum last year was unbelievable. I mean, the opportunity to get to talk to not only like Ardo and Stash on stage about what we were doing, right? That opportunity, but really like speak in front of some of the most powerful people in business, right? Like the decision makers, the people that actually write checks. And so, as far as that opportunity goes, like guys, that was huge and that was so cool. And when Ardo says like he wooed them with the trailer for Star Atlas, like you had people in the crowd that were like at the end were like wow, and they applauded it. And it was it was a great afternoon, a great conversation with some great thinkers in the space. And I had a great time. Mike, I see you got your hand up. What's up, brother?
Hey, GM, everybody.
GM.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the Star Atlas and kind of like where it's at right now. I was trying to get in on it yesterday, so I made a character, and then when I made my character, I have to spend some soul. When I pick a faction, I also have to spend some soul, and then it brought me to like the browser. Is there not an actual game you can go into to play now, or is it just like what kind of things can you do now? I heard like you can do crafting and whatnot. Like, it's just browser based right now.
No, you do have automated gameplay for farming, so where your ships can actually go out and participate and earn rewards. So they're kind of traveling around their space, collecting whatever they can collect. You can stake the ships. Now, what that does is it's like an automated process where your ships are going to battle, but they're earning Atlas. And then you obviously have to support your crew with fuel, food, and repairs. And so the cool thing is you have like um, a predisposed figure of what your ship is going to earn per day, right? Every 24 hours, what it's going to earn. And as long as you keep your ship repaired and fueled and the crew with their food, it's going to continuously earn. And so the longer you keep that ship stake, you receive incentives. The
But
game
this is
will
done
be
through the browser. This is not like you're not actually going into the game and controlling the ship. This is all done through the
yes,
browser,
you're
right?
not. Yes, there's patches of available things you can do, and that's going to be a constant thing until full gameplay is available. And so that's what Michael did to be able to start community early instead of, hey, in such and such amount of time is when you'll have full gameplay, right? So, hey, you could start now, start earning, start participating in patches of available things you can do, such as Jay Change. You remember when they released being able to get on the bike and fly around, right? The little missions. So there's different things that are available to you, and the testing of simulated battles, things like that. So the showroom is absolutely amazing. If you haven't explored that,
Would it be fair to say that this game is kind of like a resemblance of like EVE Online, just on the blockchain?
mm, it's going to be pretty much the closest. When this is finished, it'll be kind of the closest you can get to a Ready Player One type situation, right? Where you have, let's say, a retired pilot. Let's say you're a retired pilot, but you still have that itch to really fly, but you can't. Well, if you have a simulator at home, you'll be able to fly missions for someone's ship in Star Atlas. And they're paying you in either Polish or Atlas token or USDC or whatever you'd like to receive as your payout. So taking real world jobs, so to speak, and bringing them into a game, right? Hey, you're an engineer. I need something you build. I'm paying you an Atlas to build it. So that's where the economical part of it comes in, right? There's actual jobs people will have. If you're a bounty hunter, people are paying you money to go perform a bounty. And just the buying and selling of the resources. With the three factions, of course, you're gonna have faction wars. And so those will be most competitive by guilds, but it doesn't mean that individual players won't have a home as well. Concerts will be available. I think that was something first introduced by what's that first person shooter game, J Chains? Fortnite.
Fortnite. Yeah, I mean, you got to think
they had the concert.
That was actually something that we got to talk about when we were at LA. And those were some stats that I pulled up. It was like the top 10 metaverse concerts to date. Like this was last year. And I don't think there's been anything major since then. I could be wrong, but it was like the top 10 metaverse concerts had sold like 700 million tickets or some stupid number like that. Right. And so like, we're explaining to these, and there were some administrators there from the college space and stuff. So you're saying like, listen, like if you start to implement and you create like a digital space where you can host these you can have concerts like that. You've got relationships with the artists because they've traditionally come to your venue. Now you do this thing digitally. You're not just selling the 20,000 capacity, whatever your stadium is. You could sell millions and millions of tickets to these things because that's happened before. And if you've got a great relationship with, say, like a Kanye or was it Travis Scott, who I think had the largest of the metaverse concerts to date? Him or was it? I don't think it was a Paris Hilton DJ set. It was something else, right? Golly, I can't think of. I'll look it up in a second. But I mean, the whole point of the amount of money that that these corporations could start making by hosting virtual concerts is just mind blowing.
Yeah. And that's what Deadmau5 is. So Deadmau5 has a partnership with Star Atlas. And Deadmau5, I mean, I think he ended up signing like $100 million deal with Vegas.
Something insane.
Yeah, it's some insane numbers. Him and Mello are doing some of the top numbers, right? So I think it's Mello that got that $100 million deal. But anyway, Deadmau5 has NFTs. And so if you own a Deadmau5 NFT in the future, when Star Atlas is holding a concert, that NFT is your ticket. If you don't already have one, then you could purchase a ticket from Star Atlas. And it'll be on, for instance, one of the star bases or one of the planets, and you can get in your ship and fly there and enjoy the metaverse concert. Man. So Star Atlas is going to be connected on so many fronts. It's ridiculous, the things that they're developing.
Gringo, I want to get to your hand in 1 second. It's really interesting when you think, you talk about the whole, you got a ship, your pilot, you want to lease it out to a pilot who wants to run some missions or whatever. Now think about this, like, you don't need a Uber driver, in the metaverse, but just think of how cool that is. Like if that's part of the experience where, everybody meets up in this central location, you pile into the ship and it's like a party. It's the pre-party is on the ship and you blast off to, wherever the concert happens to be. Like, man, that just sky's the limit with where all these things can go. Gringo, my dude.
Hey, what's up? Good morning, everyone.
GM.
GM friends, Final Frontier, nice to meet you, friend. I had a few questions. The rental mechanics, it sounds like that's kind of what we're getting into at this point. Very interested in how far away we are with Star Atlas with the rentals and the leasing of the assets. And also my second question would be about interoperability with the open metaverse and other blockchains. How far down the road do you think that is? Thank you.
That is something that Wagner is incorporating, but right now I think he's focused on those building blocks that's going to make sure that Star Atlas itself is completely sound before it's incorporating other projects that might just still be being worked on. But it is the interoperability is definitely something on his roadmap of things to accomplish. And and I think one of the best things he did, and it may be difficult, but the use of Unreal Engine 5 is, oh man, the graphics of this game are redonkulous. Now, for those who don't have a computer that has the we say the graphical capabilities to use something like Unreal Engine 5, because it does take a lot of power. That's what the browser-based version of the game will be for, right? So you'll have the option to play in browser or play inside of the actual application from Unreal Engine 5.
Awesome. I had another question as well to follow up about Dead Mouse and music NFTs. Are you referring to the project he's working with Core, KOR, and like Animoca Brands? Is that kind of what you're talking about?
So Dead Mouse has done some of the tracks for Star Atlas, and for some of the initial NFTs they released that were called posters, right? Jay Change, you might have come across a couple of those. One of them was the Neil Armstrong poster. And I remember during the bull run, that poster was selling for like $2,500. And if you got in early, right, I think the poster maybe cost you maybe $60. So Dead Mouse had a series of NFTs on the Wax chain. Okay, so here we go again with interoperability. So it doesn't matter what version of a Dead Mouse NFT you have, it's just as long as you have one. And the chain will be able to recognize it in terms of that being your ticket. So now, what if you can't actually get to, let's say, the planet or wherever, but you have one of the ships? Some of the ships have movie screens in them. So you could literally be sitting in the ship and watch the concert from your movie screen. Some of these ships are very nice, man. Some of them are only small as a space bike, right? Like you have the air bike. You have some that are as large as Austin, Texas.
Yeah, I have a few ships, not the large ones, but I love it. I love the project.
Really quick, I just want to fact check myself really quick. And I said I was going to look this up and then, bring this up so you guys can see this. So really quick, top 10 metaverse concerts, these virtual concerts that we're talking about just a second ago, 185 million viewers. So I was just a little off, but 185 million viewers. If you're watching on the live stream, you can see the list. Travis Scott, number 1, Lil Nas X, number 2, Ariana Grande, number 3, number 4, 24K Golden. I don't know who that is. 25. Number 5, 21 Pilots. Then Marshmello, Justin Bieber, Charlie XCX, Denzel Curry, and Lizzo at number 10. So 45.8 million attended the Travis Scott concert in Fortnite. Absolutely amazing.
And Jay Change, you've been around listening to the Star Atlas community for a while. Craig might remember it also, because Craig is, very intertwined into the Web3 gaming space.
Yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see Craig.
When Star Atlas first hit the market, guys, let me tell you how serious this project is. It broke the Solana chain. That's how much volume was coming in when Atlas and Polis released. It was insane. What was it, Jay Chain? It was like over $27 million of volume in the first 90 seconds.
That's insane. Wow.
Yeah, the exchange could not handle it. Like people getting locked out of the order books because the volume was just insane. It started, it was like at $8 or something like that. It wasn't even at $8. It was less than $1. It was like 13 cents. And within those 90 seconds, it was up to like $8 or $9. 2 days later, it was like 27. And then the Polis token was a fraction of that and went all the way up to like 7 or 8 cents within those 90 seconds as well. When the Pierce ship released, okay, within the first 45 seconds, the volume had went up where the ship had increased by like $10,000 in 45 seconds. Yeah, the numbers. Do you
think that we'll see, and maybe not specifically Star Atlas, but just in general, do you think that we'll see that kind of feverish attention on Web3 gaming again, like what we saw, I did like, mid last year. Like, are we going to see that again? Because like, we always have said that, gaming is going to be one of the largest catalysts for mass adoption. Now I think as we're starting to define what mass adoption is going to look like on the retail level, right? And so with just normal people coming into the space, it's going to take its time. But like when that happens, like gaming, do you guys still think that gaming is going to be one of the largest drivers of mass adoption on the retail level?
Yes, it is. The gaming bull run isn't going to be that sharp spike that we typically see out of Web3, right? The gaming bull run is going to be a universal, a global, long-term, long-scale bull run. And it's coming. Okay, it's coming. Jay Change, you were there to see the interest of some of the biggest players in the world. And I don't mean gamers. I'm talking about the people that write the checks for some of the top 50 corporations in the world were right there to hear Jay Change speak on the stage. He can vouch this for you. And some of the top gamers in the world were there. Yeah. And they came to hang out with us personally. Right. And I'm talking like FaZe Clan guys.
Right. And that's why, like, one of the most important things that I need to say about this stuff, and you guys need to understand this, is that I'm not a gamer, and you know that, right? I understand the importance of this to our industry. I understand the importance of this to this entire ecosystem, right? And the growth of a lot of things on a lot of different fronts, and having the opportunity to represent, the group of individuals, me, Ardo, and Stash, Ardo, and myself, it was just a fantastic opportunity. I know we've got to get to some more hands. I could talk about that stuff forever, though. Absolutely. Craig has had his hand up for far too long, and I know we've had a few more that have dropped since then. So, guys, please bring your hands back up if you got questions, because this conversation is going great. I'm super excited. It is the halfway point, though, really quick. So I do want to say, up into the Jumbotron, the Nest, the Jtron, whatever you like to call it, is the post that says Web3 Gaming Wednesday is here. You're going to want to make sure that you tap into that one. That's got the qualifications for, if you want to try to win $100 in Gotti today, there's going to be a couple winners. You want to make sure that you follow the qualifications on that. You can also find it on the pinned post of the Web3 Breakfast profile, guys. Make sure that you smash the like, retweet the space, also heart the video. Come on, let's go. All right, let's get back to it. Craig, my guy, it is so good to see you. How are you, brother?
I am. I'm good. I got a cold at the moment, so please excuse my voice. But it's good to see you guys. It's been a while. Crazy shit going on IRL, as you've probably seen on my feed over the last
Grandpa Craig month. In the house, man. How are things with that? How's being Grandpa?
Fantastic, brother. Like, we got one little girl who's now 4 months and a little boy who is 3 months. So it's, life is good, man, except last Tuesday, my kids lost their mum to cancer.
I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
She fought a hard battle for 5 years, man, and it eventually took her on Tuesday last week. So that's my ex-wife. So we're battling with that at the moment, this next couple of weeks, with funeral planning and organization and stuff. But I wanted to come up with the Web3 gaming thing. As you know, that's our wheelhouse. We've been building in the Web3 gaming space now for 3 years. And, we've been working closely with Animoca for the last year. And our formal partnership with them is about to be signed in the next couple of weeks. Yes. And we've just signed a deal, as some of you probably have seen, with, legendary hip-hop producer Frank Nitti. To change the landscape of how musicians monetize in the metaverse, right? So it's going to be spectacular what we're building with Frank Nitti, and he's got 150 hip hop artists that he deals with, including Dre and Snoop, and a large number of the big name artists that fall under his banner. And some of the questions that Gringo was asking before in terms of the mass adoption. All the discussions we've had. So MetaRides is part of the Metaverse Alliance Forum, and we're also part of the Metaverse Standards Forum. So building out a standardization of assets and things for the metaverse. So interoperability is one of those, and we have managed to get interoperability as close to perfect as we can so far in terms of cross-chain and cross-metaverse. So currently our assets are in 2 metaverses, but they can be taken into, a plethora of metaverse worlds. So, and, we're working with Crypto Magazine. I don't know if that's Nathan here or what, but there's so much going on behind the scenes in terms of gaming that all the discussions we're having with Animoca and with the Metaverse Standards Forum and the Metaverse Alliance is 27 to 28 will be where that gaming explosion takes off. So we've got a couple of years to continue to build what needs to be built to get it right. We're partnering with two major AI companies at the moment for AI in gaming. So it's all been a long labor of love, as you know, JJ. We've been building this MetaRides for 3 years, and it's finally starting to come to fruition now, where we're seeing some success, like I said, with that interoperability, and as well as partners, and we've got a number of major brands, globally recognized brands that we're in discussions with also, which we can't obviously talk about, but there's some big players about to enter the Web3 and gaming space over the next 2 years. So
I love that, man.
It's going to be exciting.
I'm super excited.
It's going to be huge and exciting.
Obviously, we've known each other now for a couple of years, and to see where you're at and the things you talk about working with Animoca and all that stuff, brother, like it is so exciting. It's so cool. We've got, there's a few things that have happened in the background for us, and, that we went public this week with a partnership with Nathan. Our show on Mondays is brought to you in part by, well, not in part, it's our partnership with Crypto Mag. And so, we've got a lot of things that it seems like, that we should talk about in the background, because there's a lot of things that we could probably collaborate on and work together and really do some damage in a positive way for our industry. And I'm so bullish on where we're going, and I'm excited to hear you talk about Frank Nitti, man. The Web3 general, man. He's a cool dude. When I was out in is it Calabasas, I think is where his studio is, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
Yeah, Jay, that's where we were. And Craig, I mean, hey, Craig is literally just solidifying what me and you have been telling everyone for a while. Frank Nitti he's a general in the Final Frontier community. And we've had the chance to take Jay Change there and actually get to see it in person, what Frank is bringing to the space. And so, if you guys think it's a game, it's really not. It's just coming.
And I was
very exciting, man.
Yeah, dude. And I will tell you,
he's just been appointed to our advisory board, just so you know.
Oh, nice, dude. That's great. I love Frank, man. He's great. And when we went to the studio, we had a great time. He is an absolute gracious host. And definitely an amazing person. So, and what you wouldn't know is that literally he's so, like, I say, like, his decorated history with like the West Coast hip hop, but it's like the guy that you don't know, but if you paid attention and you did a little research, you'd be like, oh shit, okay, I actually do know who this guy would be. It's really interesting. Frank Nitti, he's the man. So shout out to all y'all.
Yeah. And JT, someone supported some facts for us. I didn't even see it. Someone did repost as you were talking about Star Atlas. And so the crew packs that came out this year have already done over $1 million in sales for just crew packs.
I mean, when people are saying NFTs are dead, I mean, hey, maybe things are alive and well. I love this. This has been great, guys. Again, make sure you retweet Space Out, heart the video, like it, repost it, do all that stuff to get some more friends in here. Wednesdays moving forward, we're back to Web3 Gaming here on Web3 Breakfast. So, Carrie.
Hey, Jay, like,
yo,
before we get to Carrie real quick, because I know Carrie's got something great to talk about, is also just like to chime in is one of the things that I've noticed is, so like I saw MetaVixens down there, they just left, but I've seen MetaRides like talking about like 3 years. Like the games that will be like, we'll call it the future of Web3 have been building already. It won't be like the next new shiny toy that pops off during the next bull run, because it'll have all these problems that these other big companies that like I've seen for years now on stages. Now I know MetaRides was on Spaceman stages all the time. Like I can remember when these things like dropped, they will have worked out all the bugs and they will be the catalyst for the next like gaming bull run. And then it'll take a game. There was like, it's like Destiny, right? Where you like flew to all these other planets. And there was some other weird game that came out. I know it ended up being like a big flop, but basically got in a spaceship and like traveled to different planets. And then it had all these bugs where it, like the meta rides and things like that will have worked through all those bugs, and they'll be the Destiny. And then companies like EA will catch on and try and make their own games or buy these games, which will just be beneficial for everybody. But like, it's the games that are here. Like, I think that's why it's great that we have like OGs of the space. We're not just pumping you the next game that thinks they'll be Fortnite. These games really will be Fortnite or bigger.
I'm all for that. For the industry's sake, right? And maybe for my daughter. I don't know, I don't know if she'll be a gamer or not. She seems to love her iPad. She loves that iPad, man. If she don't get it, that was one of our biggest mistakes, I think, is introducing that. But as a parent, sometimes you just want to fucking eat your dinner at a restaurant without the kid yelling at you.
Oh, yeah, totally agree with you, man. You're good.
All right, Gary, what's up, my G?
They love their Roblox, man. They love their fucking Roblox. I just wanted to say condolences to Craig, first of all, because I'm sorry, dude. Like, it's been a long time since we've been able to talk. And, it always seems like there's some fucking tragedy going on in one of our lives. But, such is life, and we get through it. And it's good to hear your voice again, dude. I had a question for Ardo about the interoperability. So, because I know that, Deadmau5 has NFTs out on the sandbox, right? So that's on Polygon, I believe. So if you owned a sandbox NFT, would that count as your ticket into the concert on Star Atlas in the Solana ecosystem if we were able to somehow bridge, because I know for a fact in the Cosmos ecosystem, we're trying to bridge EVM and Solana over into Cosmos so that we all can play together, right? And so once that happens, right, once we've got those bridges set up, then it shouldn't be hard for Star Atlas or any Solana game to recognize the NFTs from another blockchain. Is that something you guys are working on?
That is something that the Star Atlas team is working on. Yes, definitely. That no matter the chain that the NFT is on, that it is recognized as your ticket, but alongside other games. Now, obviously, I do understand where he comes from when he says, they want to make the game interoperable for certain games, right? So the ones that make sense, not just anything, right? I mean, we really want to see Mario and Mortal Kombat. You get what I'm saying? But
maybe now I kind of do.
It will be interoperable. So, and one of the things Jay Chains brought up, and I know we got two hands, is, I mean, you got to think how this has evolved and why this run is here, right? Back in our days, a video game was nothing more than you turning on a console, you getting that euphoric experience, and then you turning it off, right? Then we got to the time where you could save the content, right? But remember, in Mario, there was no save. You turned it off, you had to start over. Now, what do we have? We have economy getting involved in the games. So this is literally going to be a way of life for people versus you just playing the game for that euphoric experience, right? So people are going to have careers in these games and they're able to work from home. So what does this do? It opens up that avenue of availability to work from home versus, standard jobs you may find on LinkedIn or jobs.com or whatever for work from home experiences. Well, now you're working from home, but literally you're an engineer in a video game, right? You're a pilot or a fighter pilot in a video game.
Plus, AI is going to take many jobs. That's what people forget about. What other jobs are going to replace them with? The gaming, I believe.
I mean, listen, you're not far off. You're building some of these games because they're going to be so immersive. They are entire economies that are going to be built to whatever scale within their own, ecosystem. And there's going to be several of these. And so, whatever you want to do, whatever you do, whatever you like, whatever your skill is, if you wanted to, start working in, the future of metaverse and gaming, you can do that because that's where this is going, and that is the whole idea of a lot of this. And like, whether it's content creators, whether it's online sales, whether it's whatever, literally.
Well, and think about the marketing opportunity from a standpoint of being able to, like, people with disabilities and whatnot. Like, you can still in the gaming world live out like your dream job or your dream career and future, right? So as a marketing side of the gaming, you can also soon be able to talk about like the job creation as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's been always one of the selling points of this whole thing was, right? The metaverse. It's borderless, it's limitless, it's, you know, it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, like, you have an opportunity here. And like, let's go back to last year when we talked a lot about this. I would always say your credit is your contribution in Web3 and nothing else, right? Like, who you are is what you do here. And so if you're facilitating, if you're building, if you're participating, obviously like you'll reap those rewards. And so if you just sit here and take advantage, that's usually not how it works. And I know people get ahead in that way, but that's the exception, not the rule. Anyway,
I just going to say quickly before you
go, go
before you go to modern, just quickly on that interoperability question that Kerry asked, is the issue isn't the blockchain. The issue is not what's backing the asset. The issue is the poly count of the asset. So Sandbox is an extremely low poly count. Fortnite is a mediocre poly count. And then you get to Unreal Engine, which is your hyper realistic. So if it's a 3D asset or an avatar that you're trying to bring into another metaverse, it's not going to be compatible because of that poly count. And
so basically what Craig's saying is all you pixel art motherfuckers are fucking shit up. Like, step into the real world.
You don't need to go there. All I was asking was use the thing as a ticket to get into a fucking concert. I didn't mean actually bring your like 8-bit character into the fucking world of Star Alice. That's lunacy.
No, you could do that though.
Yeah, no, it won't be any 8-bit characters put in there, but the contract address of the badge of NFTs will be recognized.
So something, I'd love that. Something that was said just a few minutes ago, I had to go put a tweet out because we were talking about Mario in, I was going to say Karate Combat, Mario in Mortal Kombat. But my question was, what would his finish him move be? I posted that on X, so that's now a tweet. So it's up into the Jumbotron. So if you guys got an answer for that, go ahead and answer that. I got so far, Zach says star power and go berserk. Mr. Dude said he would eat a mushroom, grow 10x, and then squish you.
It would be feeding you pineapple pizza.
I'd eat it. Hey, you guys heard me before. If I'm at a party and all they got is pineapple pizza, I'm eating it. I'm not going to say no. That's lunacy. That's craziness. Would I order it on my own? Pizza. No, but if it's there, I'm eating it.
Be feeding you pickle pizza and he throw up until you die.
Dude, I'm going to tell you, I got to tell you guys, first time we went to Nashville after my sister moved there, we did get the Nashville hot chicken pizza. It's got the tendies and the sauce and it's got pickles on it. That's a no. Just, you don't even need to try it. If you haven't yet, don't do it. Nobody needs pickles on pizza. That's nasty. I'd rather have
pickle and pineapple.
Someone once said on the show that they wanted tuna and something on their pizza. Like, no way.
I say the modern Canadian has had his hand up for a while too.
Mike, go for it, brother.
Yo, so good. I wanted to talk about we were talking about mass adoption earlier, and I think gaming has one thing that's unique to all other crypto is that if you make a game that is just fun, if game makers will just focus on making the game fun, then people will play the game regardless of a bear or bull market. If anything, people will be like looking for those better prices to get their NFTs like in a bear market. So I think game makers need to focus on that first. And I think those games that are fun to play and also being free to play will bring the barrier to entry down. And then you can have like some games have like a season's pass where you can unlock more NFTs or more chests or whatever by paying a little, monthly subscription or something like that. There's definitely ways to make money, but I think priority needs to be gaming to be fun first.
Do you think, and that's, I mean, I'm glad that you brought up like the whole like play to earn thing, because that so far has been a failed experiment in how we do this now. Like what you said, where you've got the free version where maybe nobody earns anything. It's just where you go to play it, and that's where you build your base of actual players. And then if you want want to be in. It's like you want to take that next step, then you pay for the whatever, and now you start to pay into that pool that is going to be the rewards. Obviously, the company could bring in advertising dollars to help fund that as well, so that it doesn't dinosaur tail off. Because I feel like there is not a single play to earn game that has not dinosaur tailed off, as far as with the waning interest and all that stuff. And that's just how it goes, right? Like when you have, and we talked about this I think yesterday, and that's why one of the things we want to talk about with play to earn gaming and all that kind of stuff, and maybe in a future episode, is how do you fix that? Because with Web3 gaming, obviously the prices are tied to interest and there's a floor price, whereas traditional games, there's no floor price. And so if people lose interest, that's it. So what? It's over. But when you have a floor price on these assets and you lose interest, and then people will just sell them to get whatever, that's that's a part of the problem. Is how do you keep that from occurring?
I look at one thing. I look at one thing, and it's like one game that I played for many years, League of Legends. The game is totally free to play. You can get any champion you need by grinding it out. But people just spend millions and millions of dollars on skins and whatnot. You don't even have to have a play to earn game. You can just have a game that has skins and whatever that are on the blockchain, that are NFTs, and that the player has the option to sell them on a marketplace. Or if they're done with the game, they can recover some of their money, their assets, by selling them on the marketplace. You don't have to earn, but people, if the game is fun, people will want to get skins for their characters, even though it doesn't give them an advantage or anything.
Yeah. Free to play is a great concept. Now we understand, people have staff, they have companies, they have development labs, things like that. Now, the interesting thing Jay Chains talked about was floor pricing. How do you kind of combat that? But what it does is, understanding, for one, if you live in a first world nation, such as, USA or whatever, we don't look sometimes at the economical advantages we have, even when we're pissed off at our economies, right?
Mm-hmm.
For instance, the money it takes you to drive your car for the month is money to feed a family for 6 months in some of these countries, right? So, for instance, you take Star Atlas. Yes, it's awesome that, hey, you don't have thousands of dollars, but guess what? You can get a ship for $5, right? You got your little air bike or whatever, and you can still participate. Or, hey, guess what? Ship rentals. You can't afford to buy this ship, but you can rent it and still earn off of it. Now, let's look at, when we talk about that money, the money piece is always going to be there, even though I consider that the fourth currency of the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got time, knowledge, relationships, understand that relationships piece, and then money. Because right now, some of the multi-billion-dollar streams of gaming income, when you talk about like Roblox, when you talk about some of these games that are on the Switch, right, are children who are draining the pockets of their parents. Seriously.
Yeah.
But that euphoric piece is important. Is the game fun to play? Okay, it's fun to play. Now, what dynamics does it have? But again, that important piece, right? As we see AI or machine learning replacing jobs, there are people who can still get a career in video games. And that is a very intricate piece.
Mm-hmm.
That is important to the corporate world. But what's also important to the corporate world is they get a piece inside of these video games for advertising, marketing, distribution of their future digital assets or involvement, right? So that was one of the important things we talked about and we discussed, and Jay Chains touched on very well at the Global Forum, which, by the way, guys, the whole world was viewing that live. It was being streamed live.
Dang right. Gringo, my guy, what you got for us? And then we'll swing it down to Craig.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention, we were talking about free games that are Web3 based. One of my favorites, I want to give a shout out to them. They're friends. I'm in the community. Trevor Jones. His game, he has a game on Base. It's completely free to play. And if you'd like, you can buy NFTs as an option. I really like their approach, but they provide value for anyone interested in Web3 gaming. And it's a retro pixelated game. You can use it on touchscreen. You can use it on your laptop, your desktop, whatever. And they are such awesome people. Like Trevor Jones is a legend in Bitcoin, art scene, ordinals, and he's just visionary. He actually, like I said, they launched their project Crypto Angels, which has an ordinals collection. Then you can buy gaming assets for the pixelated game Dante's Pixel Inferno on base. So I think you're going to see a lot of these very different approaches how to onboard gamers. And I really love what they're doing. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Crypto Angels and Trevor Jones.
Hell yeah, man. Nice. I wonder, it's interesting, and we can definitely talk about base. I wonder what the offerings all for base are going to end up being. They've got like this fund of whether it's $50 million or whatever to to really bring people into it, the base ecosystem. So I don't know what it all entails and what that basket or the roadmap looks like, but definitely go ahead.
Yeah, also on base, sorry to interrupt. Before I forget, Parallel trading card game. I mentioned that the other day. They have a very interesting approach on base as well, where Parallel's free to play. Another great way to onboard. Anybody can play Web2 for free, and if they want to have digital property rights and digital ownership of their digital assets in the game, they can buy those cards and start earning Prime token, for example. So there's all these amazing things even going on base right now. And I don't think a lot of people are familiar, even in Web3. So I just kind of like to try to get the word out there as a gamer myself. Not a great gamer, by the way. I love the tech. I suck at games, but it's such an opportunity if you're into gaming to get into Web3 gaming right now, get to know people, get into communities, and just have fun.
Boom. I love that. It's great advice. Great advice. Craig, what's up, brother?
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on that thing about the gaming. We're part of the group called the Blockchain Gaming Alliance, which is made up of, Sebastian Bourget from Sandbox and Robbie Jung from Animoca and a number of other people that are high-profile people in the Web3 gaming space. And the two biggest things that are the discussion topics through all of the alliance are user retention is the number one thing. How do we retain somebody once they've come into the game and played at one time? And that all comes down to the entertainment factor of the game. And the second one, which is where Frank Nitty comes in with Meta Rides, is fan engagement. So they're the two big factors about how do we onboard more people into the ecosystem through gaming. And I think, you'll see a lot of things come out in the next year or two, not just with Meta Rides, but with Animoca and a few other things where it's all about user retention and fan engagement. So keep watching. There's some exciting things coming.
Hell yeah, man. I love to hear that. Love to absolutely hear that. I'm gonna start making my my way over to Twitter Picker, guys. So make sure that if you have not already gone to the pin post on the Web3 Breakfast profile, and if you're looking to win $100 in Gotti today, you can find the information that you need right there. That post is in the Jumbotron of this space. Again, also posted to the pinned to the top of the Web3 Breakfast profile on X. So if you're looking to win, you know what you got to do. All right, so that'll be in just a second. Let's see. Postmaster, if you want to come up and talk about the NFTs with Karate Combat for the next couple minutes, because I want to lead this into next week's episode. So we've got some NFTs coming out pretty soon from Stickbug. They are super awesome interactive NFTs that kind of grow with stats and everything from the fighters of Karate Combat. One of them is of me, and I'm super juiced. I think it's the weigh-in night. So next Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, the fights are either with the time difference. I don't know what it is here. Darn it.
You know what? Let's not worry about the time difference. It's like 12 or 14 hours. So get up early in the morning. As soon as you get up, you'll probably be ready to watch it. I think it's around 9 o'clock it's being aired.
All right, perfect.
But the NFT drop, that's the day before. If you guys are already a Karate Combat top earner from season 1, the top 500 have automatically been whitelisted. Make sure that your Karate app is loaded up in a Blade wallet, because the actual Karate app will not connect to Centex. But if you have the Blade wallet connected, then you're good to go for that whitelist. Also, you can pick up a flagship NFT from Stickbug Collection. Every one of those will give you 12 hours early access and about a 10% or 100 HBAR discount. It's actually like 13% or something.
Nice.
So yeah, and let's give one of those away today.
All right.
Let's give away anybody with an HBAR wallet ID. If you got your HBAR wallet ID handy, let's comment that below, and J Chains will pick out the winner.
All right, we'll pick that one in just a little bit. We'll give people the opportunity to do that. So drop your HBAR addresses down below in the comments of this show. And then, we'll pick somebody winner of that. Man, dude, that's super awesome. Thank you. So that's coming up. So next Wednesday, next Web3 Gaming Wednesday on Web3 Breakfast, we are going to be talking about karate combat, because in my opinion, for someone who doesn't traditionally play video games, I think that this is one of the coolest offerings that gaming has here in Web3 space for us, right? It's got karate combat, so you got combat sports. It's got an app where you can up-only wager. You can't lose, right? You can win a small percentage above if you guess right, if you pick the right fighter winning, but you never lose anything. And I think that that is a pretty cool aspect. I would say that this might be Web3's #1 game that we've got so far. So I want to talk about that next week, guys, if that works for you. Plus timing right with the fights in Singapore. And then I can't wait for my guy Postmaster. Let's talk about this for just 1 second, and then we're going to pick our winners today. But you are going to be fighting in October in Salt Lake at Permissionless, man. Few weeks away. How you feeling?
Man, I'm at the top of this giant hill right now that I just climbed, ran up during my favorite Web3 breakfast show. And I'm feeling great, man. Feeling on top of the world. I know I have an extremely, extremely tough opponent who's been highly active over the last years. And I have not been. So, you know, dedication and preparation have to come into play here. I got to wake my ass up every day, give it my fucking absolute everything, because not everybody gets a second last chance at something big like this, Jay Chains.
Yep.
I'm sure you're aware of it. I'm sure you're aware of the exposure you got, everything. And you know me, man, I give everything I have. So that's what I'm out here doing, man. I'm here roadside, still working hard, you know, pumping the project, pumping stick bug, making sure everything's promoted and we sell out this mint for all the fighters. I just want to remind everybody, 60% of all the sales goes directly to these athletes, and their incentive is to come into our Web3 spaces, connect with everybody, and learn how to spend these tokens.
Yep.
They're getting a whole bunch of token rewards from Karate Combat. When we bet, they get 9% to the winner and 1% to the loser of that entire pot. Sometimes those pots are like $3,000-$4,000 bonus money. And they sometimes don't know. A lot of the fighters, their managers, they just want to take a paycheck. But what if we got them into these spaces, got them excited about Web3 crypto, about the governance of the league? We just saw that very controversial elbow rule come into play. And I think it woke some of the fighters up to the fact the value of the token comes with those votes. If you don't want fucking elbows, your gym doesn't train elbows, you're a stand-up kickboxing, a huge multi-million-dollar gym, you have $50,000 on the line. What's picking up 50 million tokens here to sway that rule in order to win your fight? So that's what I'm talking about here. There's so many little underlying utilities and those league kickbacks, such as the whitelist for our project. You're saving some money from being an up-only gaming player. There's tons of other projects building on their open IP license agreement, just like our project is, building value on top of Karate Combat. And I'm really excited about fighting, man. I'm super stoked. I put it on the roadmap about 6 months ago, even before the IFC was made. IFC pops up and, you know, bada boom, bada bing. Postman's got a really tough fight. I think this is going to be for the baddest man in crypto. Post versus Snack, you ain't gonna want to miss it, guys.
Heck the Snack, man.
Also, don't forget, Postmaster is if you can dodge traffic, you can dodge a punch.
Yep,
Get
dodge,
out there.
duck,
I can hear those
dive,
cars zipping by.
You're fucking right, man.
I love
Here's
you
an
guys.
SUV. Let's play chicken.
There you go. Postmaster, I'm super juiced, man, for your fight. Looking forward to it. I will definitely be in the house 100%. Not going to Singapore, but I will definitely be permissionless for see your fight. And then there's a couple of the guys fighting that I'm super excited for. It's going to be a good one. All right. So make sure, last thing, make sure that you guys, check all that stuff about the Stickbug NFTs coming out. I think I'm going to just, I'm just going to say I think mine's the coolest, but that's just me being me. All right.
It's pretty nice. And I do want to say this last thing about your card.
Oh, you rugged right when he was going to say something about it.
Oh, no. Am I rugging?
No, you did right. It's just I got to say something nice about your card. And then you just
okay.
There you go. Now you're back.
All right. I'm back. All right. So those are actually intimate photos that I took from my own camera while we were live at the event. So these are almost like artwork. All the videos were hand done. There's no AI in any of this. This is all hand done stuff. So
cool.
I plan on being at all the events.
He was actually sleeping when the photo was taken. So they are very intimate photos.
Very intimate photos.
Well,
we were in the back room, getting back room access.
I might be sleeping, slightly sleeping, in one of the clips of Billy's card. You jerk! You had to put that on there.
I think
Nice. Good
the
self-burn,
next
good
time
self-burn.
we're gonna try to get one of Jay Chain's eating a slice of pizza before his fight. And then so these cards are totally updatable. So his first card is actually that rookie card is actually the only card that'll ever be produced. And it gets updated because it's built on chain as a dynamic hashinal. So as your record continues to improve, we'll throw that on there. Your striking accuracy, all the links to your shows and everything get made in a verification page, a custom verification page, so everybody can kind of learn about J Chains and all your new posts and your upcoming events and fights.
That's awesome, man. I love this. All right, well, let's definitely talk some more about it next week because we are going to be at pretty much at mint day next week. So let's do that. We'll look forward to checking back with you next week post. Craig, what's up, my guy?
Sounds great.
I was just going to say I haven't fought for over 30 years and done any exercise for the last 5. But anyone over the age of 80 that's up for the challenge, reach out to me.
I wouldn't mess with you, Craig. Craig, you got that. Even though I want to go to Australia and fight a kangaroo, I wouldn't fight Craig. Nope.
I've found one for you, brother. He's waiting.
Nice. Is he like a 5-footer?
Oh, no, he's a big red.
You asshole.
He's like a 6'8".
Yeah. And then when he stands up, he's about 9 feet tall. One punch knockout.
Yeah,
there he
yeah.
is. That's how Jay Chain's his career ended. All right.
Well, hit me up in the DMs. Hit me up in the DMs to talk about the gaming thing.
100%, I will. I love you, man. Condolences again to you and your entire family. But with all of that, the 2 new grandchildren, man, those are the blessings, man. Love you. I'm so glad that you came in and chatted with us, and look forward to chatting with you some more. All right, let's pick some winners. Who wants some Gotti? Who wants to win some Gotti? Light up the emojis. You know what? That's what I got to start doing. You guys got to. I'm going to make you guys beg for this. That didn't sound right. I shouldn't say it that way. Just light up the emojis if you want to.
And we went 536 times more rare than Bitcoin today.
Boom!
So
boom!
On the road to 600, baby.
On the road to 600. So. Well, hey, let's pick some more winners, and then we can get closer to that.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's burn some freaking tokens today. Too,
all right, 283. Not I'll probably top 10, but nowhere near the top 5. 203 entries today. Let's see what we got here. We're gonna, as you know, we do not want to show the rejected because it's not my platform. I ain't getting in trouble for Twitter picker. No thanks. Begin the draw. Drum roll, please. Brrr. The winners are B Breezy _XBB and Mite Man. Congratulations. Both of you have won $100 in Gotti today. I'll shoot you a DM. Good luck to everybody who's going to enter for tomorrow, and congratulations in advance. If you are on that dimension, you already know who won tomorrow. So congratulations to you then. I appreciate you guys for being here. If you sat in the crowd and listened, if you just sat and watched on the live stream, thank you so much. The show literally cannot go on without you. If you actually participated in the show today, man, ladies, you're heroes, and I appreciate you. If you want to participate tomorrow, all you got to do is show up, raise your hand. That's the one thing we have is this show is everybody's voice and opinion matters. And so we are back at 9 a.m. tomorrow. I'll be back at 4 p.m. Eastern for my show, the JT Crypto Show.
Don't forget 5 p.m. today is the MetaVixen space where they're doing another drop. So you guys can get in the action. You can spend some of that mutant money, my man. It's about time.
With that. So we'll see. So what we started yesterday, and we're going to do this again later today on the show. So we picked 10 coins. We picked 8 on the show, and I added 2 more. So 10 coins, and we are winding that down to 3. And so what I'm going to end up doing is building a 5K portfolio with $1,000 of stable coin so that we can buy another 20%, later at some other point and whatever we need. And so it'll be a something that we do. We'll add again, start weaning it down today, and then hopefully make our final picks tomorrow. And then, sometime over the weekend, I'll be watching the charts and find the best time to get into that coin, build that portfolio. And then that's what we'll look at on the afternoon show. But I probably do need to shift some NFT stuff around. So maybe we'll take a look at that, see what's going on. But MetaVixens tonight,
I already
5 p.m.
texted Wit and told her to tell Emmy that Daddy's buying her a MetaVixen. So.
Nice.
Just did it for Emmy.
For Emmy. All right. Do it for your kids. That's what we do. That's what we live for. All right. Well, I think that's it, guys. Make sure if you can, whatever you can, just try to make yourself 1% better. And when we check back in with you tomorrow, maybe that frown is starting to turn upside down. It might take a few days, but we'll get there. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, we'll be back at 9 a.m. tomorrow for Web3 Breakfast. Until then, it's a great day to be great. It is a great day to be great. Adios, amigos.